Hey Scorpio, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing our mid-month reading and we will be covering the month of April. You heard that right. We're already halfway through the month. Can you imagine? Just remember this is a general reading, so just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. For those that need to hear it, it doesn't always have to resonate. Just remember that. But definitely try to take the information that I do give you and place it in your life in the way that makes the most sense. So for example, whatever I'd give you, if it doesn't match that subject, place it in a different part of your life that kind of resonates with you currently. Again, it's the theme, it's the message, it's the actual feeling behind it, the energy behind it that matters the most, and not necessarily the subject that it's actually falling into. Again, I try to keep it as broad as possible, and I feel like everything bleeds into one another anyway. Let's go ahead and just jump and see what your guides have to say. Where you are in this month, are you aligned? All that jazz. Okay, so we have choice, ambitions, decisions, direction, and focus and stability. I feel like you guys are back on the move. That's what, I don't know why I got that sentence. I feel like back on the move, if that resonates. I feel like you guys almost took like a break for yourselves in a way. Was that kind of like your card? Something about being on a break almost. Focus, stability, decisions, direction, choice, ambitions. Yeah, you're back on the move. It's kind of like you're figuring out what it is that you want and just going for it in a sense. The action is there. But just I think like there was a growth opportunity within this month. There's a lot of shifts that are taking place, it feels like for me. I think that you took a second to kind of take a breather. But what's going on the inside? Hummingbird spirit, be here now. Yeah. So I feel like there was some kind of break that almost took place. And now it's like you're more present and kind of like, okay, like picking up where you left off and like kind of like sifting through everything, all the energies, trying to see what it is that you need to do to move forward. I feel like a lot of you guys are almost like you put things on a back burner and you're like now bringing it forward and you're like, okay, well, where did I leave off? What do I need to put my hands into to keep this momentum going? That kind of energy. Let's see what your guides have to say about that. And again, this is what's happening internally. And I think that kind of bleeds into everything. That subject specifically bleeds into everything. So be here now. 6 of Swords, 9 of Wands, and Judgment. That makes sense. Yeah, so you put in a lot of work into like again, things. We're going to keep that broad because internally I feel like you are internalizing a lot of things of like I did so much and I'm tired, but I planted seeds, I see that it's growing. I see it. And it's just the exhaustion. It's like the battle, battles you fought to get where you are is there, and you're almost casting like because the judgment card is here. It's almost like you're casting judgment on yourself. And I don't really like saying that specific term because that's not exactly what the judgment card is, but it's like you're reflecting. That's a better word. Reflecting. Is that one of those things? No, it's not. It's focus. Yeah, there is a sense of reflection on this topic. The 6 of Swords, like you're moving on to like bigger and better things in your life, and it's being present. It's like you're kind of being forced to look at where you are now so that you can keep pivoting forward. And it's giving me pride. I feel like you're almost in a sense like I'm of being prideful, and then not in a bad way, in a very good way, because you're seeing the beauty in things. You're seeing how hard you have worked. I think you're giving yourself a lot of grace, specifically when I see this card. You're giving yourself a lot of grace. I just feel very positive about like the internalness. Not saying like everything's easy, not saying everything's like sweet and dandy and all that, but like I see that you have come a long way. And even with the situations that are happening in your life, you're handling them with such grace and with your head held high. So what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is 10 of Wands, which makes so much sense. You have the 9 of Wands here. You have 7 of Wands and 5 of Cups. Yeah, so it's not easy. Things are not easy. Again, this is what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck of things that are happening internally. 10 of Wands. It's like the push, like you are going to continue right now, like where you picked up, where you left off. And it's the burden that you're carrying to keep moving forward and not even asking for help, which your guide's kind of like wanting you to. Because I feel like you took a break thinking that if you kind of recenter and reconnect and like be alone in this, that that's going to help you heal, but the opposite is true. I think they were wanting you more to ask for help and lean on other people and kind of like realize that you're not alone in this. Like you have connections, you have the people around you that can like kind of guide you and help you and take care of you in the way that you need it. Seven of Wands. It's funny because you have everything in order. No, you don't. I thought you had an Eight of Wands. I don't have my glasses, so I'm having a hard time looking far away. I'm so blind. But the Seven of Wands, Five of Cups, there is this, yeah, like this is what you don't see coming. Like there is, if you don't ask for the help, you're going to be having like some kind of loss, like a mournfulness of like yourself, because this is internal. Like you're gonna lose yourself. I think that was a lesson that we should have learned in the beginning of the month and last month, but we didn't. We just took our break. We were just like, I'm just gonna have like a mental health day. But the reality is like that's still beautiful, but you're not alone. You need to ask for help. I think that's where like we're trying to like recenter ourselves in this month. Decisions, direction, choice, ambitions. Yeah, like ask for help. Be here now. Be present. Be with the people that want to show you support and love. And it's hard. I know that. It's hard. Let's go ahead and see the career aspect of things. There's a message here for some people, not everyone. So if the career aspect doesn't like kind of resonate, definitely hold on because we will be doing the relationship. It doesn't have to be career. It could be finances. It could be hobbies, things that you're working on with friends, family, things that you're working on within yourself. Just keep that in mind, trying to keep it as broad as possible. But Alchemist, balance, invention, and destruction. Yeah, which makes so much sense. There's a balance. Choices, decision, direction. Yeah, focus, stability. I mean, you're trying to find the stability. There's a sense of like misbalance, unbalanced, especially within yourself and like you don't know okay, the energy that I'm getting right now, like I feel like this is a very strong message your guys want me to get across is like you don't even know what the balance is within your life and you're trying so hard to find it, and I think you have been for so long, and you thought that like the clarity, giving yourself a break is that, and now like jumping in and like the focus is there, the determination is there, but it's just like it's not correct. There's something that's off, and the Alchemist is all about balance. It's like the spells that you have to put together to have the right like recipe for that to come to fruition, whatever it is that you need. So that's what the Alchemist really is in this regards, and like I just feel like you're kind of finding that or trying to find that. I feel like another water sign got similar cards for what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, but let's go ahead. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Death in reverse, and the Eight of Wands. There's something that, there's a cycle that is wanting to end and you're not letting it end. There's a delay within this because I think that there's a lack of the balance, a lack of the unknown, a lack of understanding what it is that you want and or need. I feel like you're pushing through something, like you keep doing, again, the focus is there, this determination, you have the direction that like, it's just, I don't know if it's you're placing it in the wrong area of your life. Like, I don't know if the direction like you're going in is the right direction you're supposed to be in. There's just something with it being not a match. Like there's a mismatch. There's an unbalance within this, and it's trying to balance that is the issue. Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. There's something that is divinely given within this situation that is going to spark your passion. Again, the focus, determination, ambition. I see the fire within you. Even though you're a water sign, I see the fire there because it's like you're trying to keep moving forward and push forward. You give yourself a break, but there's a cycle, like you're not letting something come to an end. And I feel like it's within yourself. And this is like the theme I've seen in a lot of the water signs right now is we aren't working through something that is within ourselves. No, it's not there. I thought that was going to be coming up and it didn't. There's just something about us that doesn't, again, like not asking our help. There's something about us internally where we are too prideful in a sense that we don't want to ask for help or any of those things. But there's stability within the fact that, like, ask the whole, like, having something come to an end, to just allow it to happen, and that's within us, so that whatever is coming in can come in to help us move forward, because there is something that's coming in slowly, and the pentacles being there, I think it's, again, career, work, finances. There's something that's going to come in slowly to give you that help and the stability that you are so looking for, because focus and stability is here. I think that is your goal for the month or the end of the month or the next month moving forward. And I think within ourselves is like what the issue is. Be here now, be present, focus on that. That's what the theme that keeps popping up. I think there's a lot of introspection that, like, you're seeing the hard work you've put in the past, but it's not about all the hard work that you've put in. It's about, can you ask somebody for help? Like, drop down your guard, drop down the pride. It's okay. You're not like lesser than yourself because you ask somebody for help, if that makes any sense. And I hope that resonates. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck: Temperance, Nine of Wands, and then the Four of Cups. Yeah, there is so much hesitancy around the fact that you are going to be like, um, sorry, I'm cutting off the thought because I just got another message in my head. I'm getting a sense that you've been burned in the past by people, and that is probably why you try to do things on your own, or like bit you in the butt. Like, I feel like it didn't like work out in your favor, and you see that. And there's like again, like a sense of like you putting in all this hard work and like being exhausted by it. That's, again, the second time that's come up. Nine of Wands coming up again. You've worked so hard, the blood, sweat, and tears are there, and it's like you're so, like, you're almost wanting to give up, but you're not, which is why you've come back, why the focus is there, why the ambition is there. You've come back from that like break, I guess, to keep pushing forward. And like your guides, again, the Temperance coming here is like what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck. It's not about like all the work you put in. Yes, everyone sees the work you put in. Yes, like you are ambitious and you're strong and the focus is there, but like you need to let it go and let someone else come in, whether it's divine timing, whether it's people, whether it's someone coming in and helping you. There's going to be an opportunity where someone's going to be like, hey, can I help you with something? And instead of saying no, just be like, yes. I think that's like the moral and theme in this chapter. Hey, buddy. I think there's a theme to this chapter that you're in right now in life. Let's go ahead and see what your guides have to say about the relationship aspect, because there's something, again, I don't think too many of you are kind of focused on that for some reason. Maybe some of you are, but a lot of you guys, I feel like, are kind of work minded right now. The aquamarine star expression: I express my intuition with self-confidence and love. Yeah. So I see you guys, again, like, be here now. I feel like you guys are trying very hard to do that. I think there's a disconnect within it, but relationally, and this could be friends, it could be family, it could be coworkers, it could be within ourselves, like a conversation that you're having within yourselves. But there is a sense of ambition, stability, decision, direction. In self-confidence. I think you're trying to come back. I feel like you're trying to come back from whatever break that you've been on. Again, there's a break. And I think your last reading had something to do with not really wanting to make any decisions on being with another person. So for a lot of you guys that are single, I just feel like you're not making any moves. If you're in a relationship, I feel like there was a lot of like stagnation just because you're comfortable. And now it's like things are kind of shifting with what it is that you want energetically and like how you view yourself now, which is good. So we have the Ace of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Chariot. Yeah, so that makes sense. I express my intuition, self-confidence, and love. I feel like a lot of you guys are now, there's like some kind of momentum to move forward, whether it be dating, whether it's in the relationship that you're in now or friendship. Like there is a sense of now, like not stagnation, but like movement. There's like goals that again, this ambition is here, direction, decisions. There's things that you want now in your life that it's just about, again, like letting go, releasing, not getting in your way. there's a king coming through, there's an so the sword's coming in twice. That is like with the Ace of Swords, that is a divinely handed opportunity, something that is like the sword of truth. Like I feel like this person that's going to come in is going to be the one, and or like an opportunity to make friends, whether it be work, something's going to come in, which is like a personal relationship with this person. And it's just you're gonna know that it's the right fit, and it's someone that's gonna be coming in strong, that's gonna be determined just like you are, ambitious like you are, but wise and stable. And by stable, I mean like they're not emotional. They're very like, okay, like I see the facts, I see this and that, and I'm able to make a decision non-emotionally and non-argumentatively, if that makes any sense. And I think if this is a partner that you're looking for, you're almost kind of manifesting it because the direction and momentum is there. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune, victory. We have here, we have the Six of Wands and Knight of Cups. There is whatever this situation is coming in, and again, we have free will, so you don't necessarily have to like take this person into your life, or the situation or opportunity. But I feel like everything's cyclical with the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you're kind of like were on the downside because you were healing, trying to get like some solitude, be on your own, kind of think, heal from that. And now you're kind of like on the up and up because there's a momentum going. There's victory within the situation that's going to be coming in, and it's a solid thing that you're going to push through. I feel like you see it for what it is. um a Knight of Cups, like it's just something that's going to emotionally fulfill you. It's more than just like, okay, like you manifested this makes sense. It's going to emotionally fulfill you, and that's something that you weren't expecting. And again, like I feel like there was almost a sense of like I didn't want to be in a relationship in the beginning of the month or last month, and now it's like, okay, like I'm open. And I feel like this is a person that you were going to rely on the help thing. I feel like this person is going to pivot you, people, person. It doesn't have to be one. Again, this is like a relationship aspect, and could be family, friends, whatever. I think this person, intuitively, I'm getting a hit that they're going to help you through this like lesson, because you're going to be able to rely on them. You're going to be able to like lean on them. And this is kind of what you need to do in order to find that balance, the alchemy, because this person might help you with the career aspect. That's the energy that I'm getting. So I think that's really cool and beautiful, and like keep an eye out for that. Again, we all have free will. You don't have to be stuck within that, but this might help us grow in any aspect, even if this isn't like a forever thing. You know what I mean? So, if this message did resonate, definitely like and subscribe so you don't miss the next month's reading. And definitely leave a comment for those that like, want to not feel alone. I think the community within that is beautiful. Thank you guys for coming back. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.